Hello and welcome back to SlackerCraft. This is going to be episode 3 of our second season. And as you can see with where I am standing, we are going to be spending some time in the end. We'll put it on fast speed, super speed for you, so you don't have to see everything, because there's going to be a lot of times I'm just going to be kind of hoping to find some entities. What we're going to be looking for is shulker shells and wings, and that's going to be the plan for the first part of this episode. Maybe the whole episode, we'll see. It depends on how well or how poorly this goes. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, we are back from our end rating. One thing you will have noticed, I made a mistake the first time I went. Um, I had a couple different types of food, and I actually accidentally put a lot of my food away that I needed when I was trying to make space in my inventory. That was my first mistake. And the other thing is, I didn't have arrows. I accidentally got rid of those. So, what you would have noticed in the video was I got really low on health. I ran out of food. Luckily, I didn't die. I was able to get back to the one portal that we found as we were going out there. Came back, got some arrows, got some food, went back in, and was able to do some more end raiding. In the end, it was okay. We could have done better. In this chest here, what I'm going to show you is what we came back with. Other than the elytra I'm wearing. So we were able to get 2 elytra. And then here we were able to get some diamond gear. Some of it, the enchants are good. Some of it's not. Like, that's a nice sword. But this, I will probably remove that enchant and re-enchant it. So we got some diamond gear. We got a good amount of shulkers, so that worked out pretty well. So that's going to be good for now. I know someone's going to plan on building a shulker farm, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works. We've got a couple of dragon heads, a couple of elytra, only a few diamonds. And so this was pretty much everything that we came back with from the end. It could have gone better, but we got our wings, and so we were able to fly around, and so I think that is going to be good for us. All right. Now, the other thing I wanted to accomplish this episode is I kind of want to show off, I'll wait till I sleep, how the villager trading is going. So let me go ahead and grab a few of these, because we're going to make some paper. What I want to do is I've gone around and I've made some librarians, and we got them with some nice enchants. We got some decent ones like Unbreaking 3, Mending, Silk Touch, and so on. We kind of were picky trying to get some of the initial ones out that we needed on our gear. The plan now is I have some papers, some bookshelves, some books. I've been trading to work on getting some emeralds. I have some golden apples here. I should probably grab a couple of splash potion of weakness to take over. I'm kind of keeping those over there for what we need to do. All right. So once it gets dark, we'll sleep. We'll go over, and then we'll kind of show how this whole system works. And it's nice. We have our village breeder. We bring the villager over to an area where we work on getting the right type of trades. And that's the same place that we infect it, turn it into a zombie villager, and then cure it and to reduce the price. And then once we do that, we move the villager over to the trading hall. And you'll see all that done. Now, I did some of the initial ones first because I wanted to be picky on what enchants I wanted. So some of them take a while to get the trade we want. Right now, basically all we're looking for is any trade at the max level for a book. So hopefully it doesn't take too long to get what we want. So here's my breeder, and as you can see, I did some AFK time, and we have quite a few villagers here to work with. All right, so we got plenty to deal with, and so there's some babies down there, so that's good. So we're good for a while. So let's go ahead. We're gonna send one of them over. So this minecart is going to pick up one of the villagers and take it over. And so what we'll do is we'll kind of follow him along the rail, just so you can see. And it is going to send the villager over to here. This is going to be our area where we work on the trade. Alright, so we're going to fly in. So here's my zombie that we use to infect him. And so we'll come in here, and there's our villager. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of push him away from this track. We had an accident where when the zombie was infecting him, he pushed him on the track and sent him out here, and he turned into a zombie villager, and he started burning in the daylight. So it could have been bad. All right. Now, we're going to leave him in the minecart, which is nice because he will still pick up the station um, with in the minecart. So let's see what he's got. So quick charge 2. No, we don't want that one. So all we do is pick it up. He loses his profession. We drop it again. And so, ooh, here we go. Sharpness 5. We do not have that one yet. And sharpness 5 is the max level for that. So as you can see, we need to make a trade with him to lock this in. And since I have enough emeralds, I'm going to pick up the book itself. Sometimes I have to resort to this trade. And so what's going to happen here is these are the books that kind of keep track of what I have already. So Sweeping Edge 3, Looting 3, Unbreaking 3, Mending, and Silk Touch we all have. And at a relatively cheap price. Like, I think they're all 1s. We got Efficiency 5 and Prot 4 out of these books. Unfortunately, even with the reduction in price, they're still expensive. Right? So this is where I'm just kind of keeping track of what's happening. So let me go ahead and drop off some of these potions. We only need 1 apple. Let's go ahead and clear some of our space for now. Okay, so now that we've traded with him, he will not lose this trade. So now we can pick this up and we'll remove this. I probably could leave this there, but I choose to block this off so the villager doesn't see him. So he doesn't get scared by the zombie while he's here. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I just thought I would do that. So we let the zombie in. We run out. And then all we do is we stand here. He looks around, and then he goes and does his thing. See how he's pushing him? So that's why I kind of push him out of the way a little bit. And he's done. He's already got him infected. So all we do is come over here, get our zombie to see us, close him up, and he is done. Thank you, Bob. You have done your job. And so now we come back in here. I put my dirt back in its place. And now we're ready to cure him. So we throw our potion of weakness at him. We hit him with our golden apple. And now we just wait. Okay. So he needs to do his thing. He needs to work on getting turned back. And so what was the price on that? It was like 30 something. So we will see how much cheaper the sharpness 5 is going to be for us. Let me go ahead and grab some of this back. All right. So what's nice is going to the end, I found a stronghold. Had 2 libraries. So I actually went in there and I snagged pretty much all the bookshelves that I could. That way I have plenty of books. I have bookshelves. That way I have plenty to be able to trade to work on these villagers. The emeralds were tough. I've had to unlock the book trade with the villagers to be able to get these emeralds. What's nice was the reduced cost was 1 book was 1 emerald. So I've actually traded quite a few books to be able to build up these emeralds. The paper took a while. As you can tell, my sugar cane farm was a little small. So I've been working on that for a while. Also, the other player there's another player on here. He's probably on now, Headblocks. I visited his base. I'm going to let him know through this video that I stole about 10 stacks of sugarcane from him. I borrowed. I will return those at some point in time. Now, unfortunately, sometimes this takes a while. But what's nice is once he is cured, he's still in the minecart, and all we do is we shove him over here, and then we hit the button, and it will send him along this track over to the trading hall. All right. It took me a few tries to get this system worked out, but what's nice is I tried it with boats at first, but then I ran into an issue with the zombie getting in the boat with the villager and being stuck there. And so what's nice is the fact that the villager is able to pick up their profession while still in the minecart is the key to making this setup nice and Nice and easy. Sorry for the cough there. All right, come on. Turn over. We're almost there. So, in this episode, I think this is going to be pretty much what we want to show in episode. I think this is number 3. Was our results of our end rating, which is always a pain. Especially since I think I was having an issue with the shulkers being able to hit each other. Were really bouncing around all over the place and spawning new shulkers. It definitely made that more difficult, especially since our difficulty rating is on hard. So that's one of the key things you need to keep in mind if you're going to do this trick with getting zombie villagers and curing them. Is if your difficulty is set to hard, they will always turn into a zombie villager and then you can convert them back. If you're on a medium difficulty, it's only like a 50% chance, so you have a chance of actually losing the villager. And then if it's on easy, it never works. So just keep that in mind, that if you're going to attempt this, you want to make sure that your difficulty on your server is set to hard. Otherwise, you're going to have some issues. I guess if you're on an easier difficulty, I guess you could just try to find zombie villagers that happen to have spawned and then cure them and hope they have the right trades. But that is just going to be a pain. Because trying to get these, this one here, the Prot 4, it took a while. I probably dropped the lectern and picked it up probably a good 40 to 50 times before I popped an enchant that I wanted early, and it was a Prot 4. Mending shows up quite a bit. So mending is actually an easy one that I've actually gotten a few times. Okay, here we go. He's cured. And as you can see, 37 down to 12. So that is awesome. And here, 3 emeralds for a bookshelf. So that is pretty good. So what we'll do is we will send him over, bump him onto the track. And there you go. See how it turned quickly like that? That's nice. It lets you know. And let's make sure he's against the block. And off we go. So now, we just need to follow him over to the trading hall. And we'll kind of actually beat him over there. And so this is my trading hall. So as you can see, it's going to bring him all the way over. He will pop in here. And so what's nice is we are short enough to go into the spaces, even with these trapdoors. The villagers are not. So even if you don't have anything here, they can't get out of this space. So now, we take this out. We remove that minecart, which we could put back at the beginning. And I always like to do this first. I like to make sure I always direct the new track to where I need it before I do anything else. We drop his lectern for him. And now he is good to go. So he is there ready to trade and give us what we need. So let's see, can we get him? Here we go. I don't want to do that yet. So let me just show you what we got here. So the first guy we got was Mending. And as you can see, I've been trading with him. Here's our 1 book for an emerald, which is nice. He gave us a Sweeping Edge 2 additionally, which is okay. But that's, could have been better. Name tags. This one here is our Silk Touch. That was our second one we got. And what's nice is we got a bonus. Frostwalker 2 is the max level for that enchant. So we actually don't have to try and get that enchant. We already have it at a cheap price. So I'll have to come back and kind of put up signs to identify who's who. This one here was our Unbreaking 3. Unfortunately, his second book here was not any good. But we'll see what else he can get. And then here we have Prot 4. We got Luck of the Sea 2, which is not max. It's close, but I mean, fishing doesn't really matter anymore. Then the next one was Efficiency 5. Bane 3. Okay. And then what else we got? We had our looting 3, which is nice. And then here was sweeping edge 3. This took a while. The prot one, I had to drop the books, pick them up, drop them, and so it took quite a while to get there. All right, so as you can see, I traded to grab some books. I need to kind of cart those over to the base at some point in time. But yeah, so that is the villager setup. So I'm going to work on some more librarians. And eventually what's going to happen is some of these villagers, once I'm done getting the trades, are going to come over here to the iron farm. This is a very compact iron farm. I have no clue if this works yet or not, but we'll give it a try. So eventually we'll get some of those villagers. We'll pop them in here. We'll pop a zombie in here, and we'll turn this thing on and see if it works. And so, but that will be down the road. I want to work on the trading first. Oh, lovely. Look at all those mobs. I really need to start mob proofing my base because it is bad and the Endermen are ridiculous. So let me just kind of come over here. Whoop, lag spike. So this block, the sand, all of these grass blocks, that sand, that grass, that random grass, those were all dropped by Endermen. So these Endermen are going all over the place, picking up blocks and dropping them. I was having an issue with Endermen spawning inside this area and actually like almost opening up this whole space around my door, which was really annoying. So, all right. So, I believe that is going to conclude episode 3. So we did some end busting. We worked on our villagers, started getting some enchants, and so I think we were making some good progress. In between this episode and the next one, I'm going to work on my villagers some more, and then I'm going to work on the base. We need to get rid of all these mobs. This is getting ridiculous. We need to protect ourselves because the creepers definitely like to blow things up. And then what we're going to do is start working on storage. Our storage inside is a disaster, and we need to get to the point where it no longer is. And once our storage is set up, we can start actually building some real farms. We can actually build our sugar cane, our pumpkin and melon farms, and cows and sheep. And once we start amassing stuff, we need to have a place to put it. All right. So that is going to conclude episode 3. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one.